Mashpaka. This is going to be another codex that has been added to the list. Recently, there has been a new codex that has been shown of the complete ABaRYT or Hebrew text. I'm going to go over the three that I'm currently seeing and using that are the oldest complete ones. First, we have the Aleppo Codex. The Aleppo Codex is missing the Tanakh, or the first 5 books, as well as some other pages. It went missing and it was damaged in a fire, so there's kind of some things really going on with the Aleppo Codex. It is said that it was during circa 920 or 930, so during the 10th century. Then we have the Leningrad Codex, which is the most complete Hebrew Bible that we thought that we had right now. That, from our understanding, is being widely used right now, that we are reading our Hebrew text from, is the Leningrad Codex, and it came out during the 11th century, the beginning of the 11th century, at 1008 AD. Last, we have a new codex, one that probably has not been heard yet. This is the Codex 𐤏𐤁𤓚𝐉. It's nicknamed 𐤏𝐶 by the owner that purchased it in 1928. The Bible has been hidden for going through countries and was kept by this manuscript owner. And was, after he passed away, his ownership of his property and such was divided and sold. And this codex went through a couple people's hands till it was finally bought up by a museum and put in it in 2023. This text has all the Old Testament. So it has the 24 books, which are including the minor prophets and such. This is the complete Old Testament Hebrew Bible. And it is saying it is considered as old as the Aleppo Codex and a century older than the Leningrad Codex. The earliest known complete Hebrew Bible manuscript. If you look at some of these links right here on Wikipedia, you can see where it's saying that it is even older than that it might even go to the 9th century. So this right here is complete, and it's only missing 12 leaves, 12 pages. So, and it's in great condition, Mashpaka. So when we are looking at ABaRYT or Hebrew texts, I think we should get off of the Leningrad Codex only. I think we have gotten pretty much all we can get. We've kind of hit roadblocks with some things. We need to get the understanding of the ABaRYT language and meanings. If you are wanting to read and have the earliest complete text, I would say the Codex 𐤏𝐶 would be the one to read.
Hello and welcome to the journal. Today we're at the Anno Museum at Tel Aviv University to see one of the oldest and most complete copies of the Hebrew Bible, the Codex 𐤏𝐶. The 𐤏𝐶 crown is one of the oldest and most complete copies of the Hebrew Bible in existence, with a history dating back to the 9th and 10th century. This dating for the beginning of the 10th century was determined by Professor Israel Yavin, apparently by using paleographic data such as the font of the script and its shape. It was later confirmed by a carbon-14 dating test in 2018. The 𐤏𝐶 crown includes all 24 books of the Bible, except for the first 10 chapters at the beginning of Genesis and other lost pages, and has been passed down through the generations from hand to hand, country to country, for over 1,000 years. The Sasson crown was written in ink on sheepskin and bound in a modern leather binding, weighing about 12 kilograms and including 792 pages of written texts, except for the 12 pages which were declared missing. In the exhibit, we see this enormous Bible is displayed behind transparent glass. The Hebrew letters are woven into verses with 3 columns on each page. The words are familiar to people of all ages and backgrounds, despite being written thousands of years ago. On the display, we see the Book of Deuteronomy, which reads in Hebrew script the 10 Commandments. It is a pan-Jewish matter, but it's also a universal one. To stand and marvel at a point from which so many human paths begin, which continue until this day. This historical piece of writing took an estimated 2 years to complete, and it was reportedly written in either Israel or Syria. Therefore, the Sasson crown serves as a testament of the rich Jewish life in the Middle East around the 9th and 10th century. In the 13th century, the Codex was dedicated to the synagogue in the 𤐏𐤁𤐓𐕗 community, which is identified with the town of Markada in present-day Syria. A detailed inscription on the last page of the manuscript reflects the tragedy that befell this community, which was attacked by invaders. Fearing for the book's safety, it was smuggled out of the synagogue and entrusted to Salama ben Avi el-Facher, who was required to return it to the community when the synagogue was rebuilt. Sadly, the synagogue was never built again, and the Codex disappeared for almost 600 years. The book, however, resurfaced in the 1920s, when an extraordinary man named David Suleiman Sasson, perhaps the most important collector of Jewish books, purchased it in 1929 for £350 in Frankfurt. The document, named after Sasson, was the product of his lifelong passion for collecting and researching ancient Jewish manuscripts. Born into a privileged Iraqi Jewish family, Sasson established a library in his hometown of London and spent his life amassing over 1,000 manuscripts from all corners of the globe, from Ashkenazi communities in the West to Yemen and North Africa, and even as far as India. His collection was a testament to his unwavering dedication to preserving Jewish history and culture. Despite his devotion to these priceless artifacts, Sasson passed away in 1942, leaving his descendants to inherit his cherished collection of over 1,000 manuscripts. While some notable books were later donated to the National Library of Israel, Sasson crown took a different path. The manuscript was sold to the Railway Workers' Pension Fund of Great Britain, which eventually sold it to an unknown private buyer in 1978. Within a short time, it was purchased in 1989 by Jackie Safran, a Jewish businessman living in Switzerland. Throughout these transactions, Sasson's crown remained out of public view, hidden away for praying eyes. In recent decades, the manuscript has been exhibited to the public only once, almost 40 years ago, in the British Museum. Nevertheless, it remains a prized possession and a testament to Sasson's dedication to preserving the ancient history and culture of the Jewish people. Now, the Sasson's crown is in Israel as part of a final tour, which also includes London, Los Angeles, Dallas, and New York, just before going up for auction at Sotheby's auction house. With the price range estimated between $30 and $50 million, the Sasson crown may become the most valuable historical document of all time. Thanks for joining us.